Boxing Truth here, back with another video. Make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Alright, let's talk about a fight that intrigues me for betting purposes. A few intriguing fights this weekend. This is one of them. The line is just crazy though. When you look at the line that opened up for this fight, Jermaine Franklin, undefeated American prize fighter, 29-0. No, he's 21-0. 21-0, 14 knockouts, 5 years younger, fresher, around the same size, a little shorter, about the same reach. And he has been as high as a 7-1 underdog just to defeat Dillian Whyte. Why is the line so out of whack here? I mean, Dillian Whyte should not be a 12-1 as high as a 15-1 favorite, considering he's coming off a very trash performance where he didn't win a second of any round against Tyson Fury. I mean, it was a no performance, a non-performance. Showed up for a payday and tried to blame the push for getting knocked out. It was a very bad defeat. Didn't even give a good account of himself. Fresh off that defeat, he's a 12, as high as a 15-1 favorite to defeat Jermaine Franklin. I'm not buying it. I've only watched maybe about 1 or 2 fights of Jermaine Franklin. Is he a potential superstar, potential world beater? No, I don't think so. But can he beat a faded 34-year-old version coming off a knockout Dillian Whyte with the odds that the casinos presenting to me? I would say hell yes. Why not take that bet? Why not, take a chance here against an undefeated American heavyweight? This was a funny sequence here. I mean, Dillian Whyte pushed Demetrius Salita off of him, who was all up in his grill piece during the stare down. Promoters' egos is just getting out of whack now. It's like they're facing off against each other, and they're not. That's the fighter's moment. Back the fuck up. I understand why Dillian Whyte did it. I understand why Demetrius Salita retaliated. But this is an interesting fight. I don't think it's a gimme for Dillian Whyte. The concern here, of course, is the experience factor. Franklin is pretty much a novice when it comes to the terms of opposition. He's only his best opponent, I would say, is Jerry Forrest, and a really old Righto Booker, whose quality he's a capable opponent that can give you rounds. He's a guy that's promoters use to give their up and coming guys rounds. So yeah, you can tell by the opposition he hasn't fought any world beaters or serious contenders. I think Jerry Forrest is the only decent guy he's fought. That was okay, solid. So there's definitely concern when it comes to the experience, but Dillian is past it, seen better days. He's 34. He's not 35. Boxer got his age wrong. He's very experienced, but he's chinny. He's lazy. He's coming off 2 knockout losses in this past 3 fights. Uppercutted to death. He's been knocked out 3 times. Was out of shape against Wok. Was so-so against Rivas. I would say the Chisora fight was his last good performance when he knocked him out in a fight that he was somewhat behind, or it was competitive at the time. Well, 2 judges had Chisora ahead. The Joe Parker fight performance was solid until he got dropped. So, yeah, Dillian Whyte is more experienced, has fought better competition, but he's mostly knocked out old guys. Never was, never will be. Beat a former champion 4 years ago. Got iced by an aging Povetkin, and took advantage of an even older Povetkin in the rematch. And then lost every second and every round to Tyson Fury. So what did Dillian Whyte What really does Dillian Whyte have left at this stage after being knocked out 3 times? He's been in the game for a long time now. He's fighting a young, fresh, hungry contender. This is an odds play here. This is strictly an odds play. I'm not saying Franklin downright beats Dillian Whyte, but considering the odds at plus 600, I'm going to take it. I'm going to try and make me some money. I think it's a decent bet. Whyte is coming off a knockout loss, faded, shot. He's slurring his speech. He can't even put together sentences anymore. So do you really want to not take a chance here against a younger, fresher heavyweight who has some ability, has a decent punch? I'm going to take that chance. I'm going with Jermaine Franklin in an upset. According to the odds makers, I'm not going to go heavy here, of course. Just going to do a speculative play here. I like the odds. I'm very intrigued by the fight. Looking forward to it. I believe Jermaine Franklin has enough youth. I think he's fresh enough, strong enough to make it very interesting, and maybe has the power to flatten Dillian Whyte and maybe end his career. What will be a earlier than planned retirement. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this fight. Dillian Whyte versus Jermaine Franklin. Looking forward to it. This is Boxing Truth. I'm out.